Okay, damn it. Okay, cut. Yeah, g'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, I was recently sent this piece of very nice kit. This is simply labelled on the box Camping Ketoru in Japanese, and in fact the box is just covered in Japanese writing, and we'll come back to that in a minute. But this is a really cool, let me just show you, this is just the lid. Okay, so this was sent to me to review, and well, it was actually not quite like that. I was asked if I was interested in reviewing it, and really, as everybody knows on the channel, you know, that comes to the channel, you know, we really strive to review quality products because I don't want to waste my time with garbage, and this is one such quality product. This was sent to, I just put it together. This is a bamboo lid which doubles as a chopping board. Now I chopped on the top of this, but as was correctly pointed out to my son, you could use the inside because it would come across the food on the inside of this. So this fits on there like that. This, just squeeze this heavy duty handle like that, and watch this, you know, that just clips on there like that. And this is just like a Japanese bento. What's really cool about it is, for a start, the gauge, look at that, I'm going to give that the old Pangai Noon squeeze test, and that's really heavy gauge type 304 stainless steel. You're not going to dent that in a hurry in your pack. And you may have seen that I transported eggs in this when I came here. You know, we're about, you know, maybe 5, 6, 7 kilometers away from home as such. What I like about this quite a lot is, first of all, the lid fits on there. Look at that, there's no rattle. It's perfectly fitting on there. It's natural bamboo. It's a great thing, you know, often when you're out camping, especially when I'm out camping, you know, I'll take my knife and, you know, cut flat a branch or something, if there happens to be one there, to chop things up on. That's completely minimalist. Others I know take these thin, high-density polyethylene chopping boards. They go in the back of your pack, you know, usually where the water hydration pack can go. You can slide one of these and you can use it. But, you know, that's carrying an extra thing too. But this here, you've got a chopping board on the lid of this, which is just great. And to be honest, for minimalist camping and hiking, you don't need anything bigger than this. You know, you saw me, I chopped up some onions, some scallions, some garlic, that kind of thing to make the meal tasty. Okay, so what I really like was this heavy duty fitting on here. This is solidly riveted to this type 304 stainless steel thing here. And to get this handle off, you just, you know, just pull it. It's spring loaded, and watch this. It's just gonna click in there like that. It's a solid handle. It's good to use. It's really filthy now, of course, because I've just prepared some noodles and stuff in there like that with it. But it's, you know, more than good enough. You can get, you know, like if you were cooking meat in here or something in some other pots and pans, it would be great. The handle didn't get too hot. I did not wear gloves on the fire. I had a small fire, as you saw, to prepare the meal. You don't need a raging bonfire. And see, look, I'm trying to flex that. It's pretty thick stainless. That's what I like. So it's quality made, definitely. Now, let's come and have a look at the box of this thing. So there you go. It's like in a bento box, and it's, as I said, it's labeled in Japanese camping keteru, or you can find this thing on Amazon. I'll put all the details in the description as a mess kit. You know, it's a bit of a mess kit. Absolutely. Of course, being bamboo, the lid, you can't have it both ways. You can't be cooking with this lid on because it would be soon destroyed probably by the steam or oils, but you don't need to really. This is something you can use to fry food, and you could even, you know, chop a small parts of small fish and fry a fish in there, you know. I just think it's really well made, and it's really cool. So let's have a look at the packaging. Okay, so the box is completely labeled in Japanese. The only English words on it are made in China. It is produced in China, but the manufacturer tells me it's really, I asked them about why the labeling all over it with Japanese, because they're catering to the Japanese market. And I know from living and working in Japan, the Japanese, when it comes to camping equipment, they want quality made stuff. You know, it'd be great if it's made in Japan, but I don't think they really super care where it comes from, as long as it's quality made stuff. And this definitely is quality made stuff. It just says here, you know, camping keteru, like camping kettle as such. And for camping, here it's 0.9 of a litre. It's almost a litre in size. You can see you could put it over a gas thing if you wanted to. I wanted to put it on a fire. Of course, it gets all black when you put it on a fire, but I don't care about that. You know, it's not going to worry me on that. It looks like it's being used. And I also didn't want to bring up the noisy, you know, stove. You can hear some of the birds there. The multi-fuel stove's a bit noisy, but you could use it on that. But anyway, yeah, as I said, I'll put the details up there. Just in English, it's just labeled camping lunchbox, because it looks a bit like, as I said, a Japanese bento. Yeah, and which they would take your lunch in with that. And there's nothing stopping you preparing your lunch just like this as well too. You don't have to, and you could have something which is pre-cooked and only has to be warmed up. Of course, you could put underneath of this a thin layer of Glad wrap if you wanted to, you know, so there was no food came in contact with that, and just put a sheet of Glad wrap, you know, Saran wrap or whatever, put that on top of there like that, and then put your food in there and take that out and heat it up. So you've got a meal like this, literally like that, out in the bush. But anyway, yeah, I can totally recommend this. Absolutely, I think it's a great product, you know. So absolutely, and the fact that this is not spot welded and these big heavy rivets here in there is a good sign of construction. As I said, it's marketed towards the Japanese market. This company makes, there's another clean picture of it there. This company makes other products such as pots and pans, and maybe hopefully we'll get some of those to review in the future, but I think this is definitely worth it. It's strong in the pack, you shove it in your pack. Yeah, it's again, it's minimalist, but the great thing is the chopping board. Yeah, I really like the idea of having the chopping board to prepare food. You can prepare it really hygienically like that, especially if you really, you know, if you do use the inner part of it and not this, because that will be on the outside of your pack. But if you put it in a plastic bag, it doesn't matter. I just use the top because it's a wider surface area. But this is quite a big, thick, heavy duty, you know, you're not going to bend or break this bamboo lid. Yeah, so there you go. And as I said, look, it fits that perfectly. There's no rattle. It's a really good fit on there. It's been well made, because as I indicated, you know, Japanese will not tolerate garbage products. All right then, bush camping tools here. Thanks for watching.